Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of Yoga for Strength. This week is upper body, so we're going to start off with a little bit of mobility, then they're going to do some work down towards the floor. It's going to be a few pressing exercises. I'll try and give you some options, but some of them they may not have a massive amount of options for you to filter down the move, but we'll try our best. So first of all, if you just want to take your hands together, we're going to start off with a nice shoulder mobility. Just take the hands all the way around the head. So you're making a big circle around the head. Try and get the fingertips when you're at the back of the head to push down, point down towards the floor, and the elbows pointing up towards the ceiling. Really open up those chest and shoulders. Good. Just a couple more. Make it as big as you can. Stretch the arms right back. Do last one. Then take both hands up. Bring the elbows down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift, and then take it down. We'll do it again. So control all the way up, lift, squeeze the shoulders down, pull them elbows back, lift, and just swoop it down. We're going to do 2 more. Up, swoop it down, elbows in, lift, last one. Then we're just going to add a little bit of rotation into those shoulders. So from here, bring your arms up and level with the shoulders and take them out to the side. Now what I'm going to do is rotate your right hand so the thumb goes backwards and the left arm comes forward. So we're rotating all the way around, get a nice big twist through the shoulders, and then we switch and go the other way. You'll feel one shoulder go back, one shoulder come forward. Try and get as much movement as you can into those shoulders. Really try and warm up all those rotator cuff muscles, all those little stabilizing muscles around the shoulder joint. Good, just a couple more. Really try and rotate this round as far as you can without any pain. Just get as much movement as possible. Last one on each side. And then relax. Give those shoulders a big roll. So we're going to start off nice and easy. What we're going to do is walk out into a plank position. So bend the knees as much as you need to. This is all about trying to focus for that upper body. So if you need to bend the knees, that's fine. What I want you to do is walk your hands out until you're in a plank position, and then just walk yourself back. Make sure all the weight is in those arms if you can. Lift, roll the shoulders. We're going to do it again. Drop down. If you need to bend the knees a lot, that's fine. Put that weight into those hands, walk it out, come to the plank position, then walk it back. Beautiful. We're going to do that 2 more times. On the 4th time, we're going to stay down, but we're not going to walk our hands out quite as far. Here. Beautiful. We're going to do it 1 more time. This time don't quite go out as far as the plank because we're going to come into the downward dog position. So I want you to walk your hands out, keep your bum in the air, and then from here just push your chest through to your thighs, lift your bum up and enter that downward dog position. Now just relax into this position, find your feet and your hands in the right position, try and wiggle around a little bit until you're comfortable. And we're just going to sit here for a few seconds because I want your shoulders to get used to having a little bit of weight through them. Like I said, just as much as you need to. And then from here, start to shift your body weight forward so you come into that plank position. Come here, plank, elbows, shoulders and wrists all in line, and then push back. Downward dog position 1 more time. We're going to do that 5 times. You may need to adjust the hands or the feet just a little bit if you need to. We're going to come forward, plank position, and then really focus on the shoulder joint as you lift the bum up, pushing back with those arms, pressing that chest through. There's 2. We're going to do 3 more. Come forward. Anytime you need to take a rest, just drop the knees down to the floor, give the shoulders a little roll. Give them a little stretch if you need to, and then just join back in whenever you're ready. Good, we're just going to do 1 more. Now you have an option. You can just drop the knees down to the floor and come on down to an up dog position, or you can keep your elbows in and press down, untuck the toes, lift the chest. Now we're going to do 4 of these. So we've dropped down, we drop the chest. Your option number 1 with the knees is from here, keep the elbows in and stay on the knees. Then come up onto the toes if you feel good. If not, do a hill thing on the toes. So we're going to drop the elbows down, keeping them in close to the body, lift the chest, open up those abs, bring it back down, keeping those elbows in squeezed, and then press yourself up. If that's too easy and you want a little bit more of a challenge, swoop the bum back, and we're going to do underneath. So imagine that it's almost like a limbo bar, yeah, about 6 inches off the floor. Push your bum back. You start here. So take whichever option you want. You can stay on the knees. You can just do the press, or you can do the swoop underneath, and then push back again. Let's do 2 more. Keep them in, squeeze, roll underneath, drop the toes, lift the chest, turn the toes, come back. We'll do 1 more. Swoop down, lift, and then just sit back over your heels. Walk the arms out as much as you can. Just let them relax and stretch. Now come up to your hands and your knees. Try and focus on letting that weight come forward into the hands. So by doing that, we're going to take our hands maybe 1 inch or 2 back further than the shoulders and just let the body weight come forward. You'll feel a good stretch into the top of those wrists, just like this. Just push forward and then come back. So we're just really working on a little bit of wrist mobility, trying to get a bit of weight through the wrists at the same time as stretching them off. Give me just 2 more before we do 1 more. Then relax if you need to. Just give the wrist a little roll. You might be fine, so that's fine. From here, we're going to go into another press style exercise. So we're going to come into that downward dog again. So an upside down V. If you're going to do the press, turn your fingertips in slightly, and we're going to press down at the same time. If not, you can stay in that downward dog. So you just come up, hold it here. That might be enough for your shoulders. If you want to try and increase, turn those fingertips in just a little bit and just bend the elbows outwards so the head comes towards the floor, and then press. Again, we're only going to go for 5, nothing more than 5 each time. Drop it down and then squeeze it back in. Really work those shoulders and arms. Lift. We're going to do 2 more. Lovely. Last time. Then relax. Bring it up. Roll the shoulders. Give the upper body just a little bit of a twist. Now, we're going to do a couple more strength exercises and then a rotational exercise for the upper body, which we'll do standing up. So, first of all, we're going to come into that plank position. Again, you can do this on the knees if you wish, or on the toes. And we're just going to do 5, where we drop down to the elbow, elbow, and then come back up to the hand and the hand. So that's 1 rep if you're going to do it like that. Or you can do it on the toes and do exactly the same thing. So hands about shoulder width apart. Take your time, drop it down to the forearm on both sides, and then bring it back up onto the hands. Take it in turns, switch sides, just to alternate it up a little bit. Drop it down. Good. Try not to sway the body too much. Obviously it will move a little bit. Once you've done your 5, again, we're going to push back into that downward dog, and we're just going to hold for a few seconds. If you're feeling really good, from here you can drop your elbows to the floor, so you're in dolphin downward dog, and then you can add the dolphin press. You can come forward and then go back, push that bum back up. If you don't want to, just stay in the downward dog position or rest anytime you need to. Bring it forward and then push that bum right back up to the sky. Again, we'll only go for 5. One more time. And then drop those knees, sit back over those heels, just rest it out a moment. So your next option, another plank variation. This time we're going to try and do single arm. So again, you can stay on your knees. I'll show you what it looks like on the knees. You place one hand in front, let your body weight come forward, other hand goes up, and we're just going to hold for approximately 30 seconds. If you're feeling good and you want to try it on the toes, come straight up and we do the same thing. If you want to increase a little bit more and get a bit more core activation in there, instead of just coming so your feet turn and stack the feet on top of each other and lift up into that side plank. So take whichever option you prefer. You can have the feet both flat like the plank position, you can stack them on top of each other, or you can stay on the knees. And we're going to do approximately 30 seconds on each side. So I'm going to take the stacked feet option, take the hand up. So you'll feel a lot of work going through this wrist and shoulder. It might be a bit wobbly. If you need to rest at any point, that's fine. Just a few more seconds. And 5. Bring it down and relax. If you need to, give the wrist a little roll. Feels a lot of weight going through that wrist. So it puts a lot of pressure on the forearm and through the back of the wrist. So just give it a lot of mobilization work. And then we're going to switch. So again, knees, toes, or stacked feet option. Here we go. 30 seconds. So you might find one side much stronger than the other. That's quite natural. Just try and keep the shoulders stacked on top of each other. Few more seconds. And then we just bring it down and relax. Give the shoulders a little roll. So just trying to open up the chest and the arms a little bit. From here, reach your right arm up into the air and take it down the back. And then take your left arm up and see if you can touch those fingertips together behind the back. You may even be able to grip. If you're struggling, get yourself a little towel. Hold on to it with the right hand, and with the left hand, pull it down so it increases that flexibility through those arms and shoulders on the right hand side until you get to that point where you are able to touch the fingers. This is great for opening up all across the front of the body. And then relax. And again, you might find one side is much better than the other. So we're going to switch sides. So you might be able to reach on one side, but you might not be able to reach on the other. Or you might be able to reach and be able to reach a hell of a lot further on the other side. And just trying to open up the chest and shoulders, and then we're going to do one exercise to open up the obliques, chest, shoulders all together. Now this again you might need a towel for if you can't quite reach, so I'll show you without the towel, then I'll show you the option with the towel. We relax, roll the shoulders, and then we're going to come to our feet. So this is your last one. So without the towel, what I'm going to do, take my feet nice and wide, turn my right foot out so it faces to the right, and then just let my right knee come above the ankle. And that's my start position. Just drop the feet out as far as you feel comfortable. So it's like a deep lunge position. From here, we're going to take our right hand down towards the floor and our left hand up. So that might be enough, but if you want to add the rotation to try and open up the upper body, this right hand is going to tuck up underneath the leg, and the left hand is going to come down and try and grab. So let me show you from the other side. Come across, my right hand comes underneath, my left arm comes round and grabs on. If you can't do that, what you can do is with that left hand is take a towel, grab it with the right hand and use it to pull your left hand down a little bit further. So we're going to drop into that pose however you feel comfortable. Remember, you don't have to do the twist. If you do the twist, try and pull that top shoulder back, turn your head up towards the ceiling, really open up through the upper body as well as through the legs and the hips. And then just give it a relax, drop the arm down, bring yourself up. Any way you feel comfortable, give the shoulders a little roll. We're going to twist both sides. And then we're going to switch. So this time I'm going to turn my left foot out, drop my knee over my left ankle. Option number 1. Option number 2, to get that upper body in, take the hands down. And option number 3, we're going to wrap it round and try and grab those fingers at the back or use the towel. So just a little bit of a different workout for you today. Last week was quite a lot on the legs. This week a little bit more for upper body. So if you want to combine the two, feel free. Hopefully you'll feel it a little bit more in your shoulders, arms, maybe chest and upper back compared to normal. And then just relax, take the hands down, other hand comes up, bring yourself up to a standing position. Give them shoulders a big roll. We're just going to finish with a nice chest stretch. Place one hand on top of the other. Just gently lift the hands away to open up that chest. Give that body a twist. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week for core.